Our homework is we have to write 100 words in this journal every day. 100 words. Fortunately, one picture is worth 1,000 of those suckers. The Adventures of Nate, Super 6th grader. Catch it, Nate! Touchdown! Nate, Nate, Nate! Way to go, Nate. You won the game. Thanks, coach. Nate! He's so cute. I saw him first. Yes, this is realistic. Think I should add more babes? I'm making a drawing of you, Ellen. Of me? Why, that's sweet. How nice of you, Nate. You're a better brother than I give you credit for. Hey, look what I found up in the attic. It's my old high school basketball uniform. Boy, I feel like shooting a few hoops right now. Hey, Dad, pretty clever. The old hidden ball trick, eh? Pat, pat. Dad, what's the difference between radius, diameter, and circumference? Well, let's see. Radius is the distance across... No, wait a minute. Say you have a circle and or would it be a sphere? Okay, let's say you're in the middle of a circle. The diameter is the length. No, hold it. I'll just go stand in the street. Maybe some passing motorist can help me. What's that, Daddy? My old high school yearbook, Ellen. See? There I am with my date at the junior prom. Daddy? You had hair? Of course I had hair. Apparently not enough to get you a good-looking date. What happened to you? I had an accident at school. Some guy was making fun of you at recess, calling you nasty names and stuff. Oh, Nate, and you got hurt trying to defend me. No. I was trying to applaud and I fell off the jungle gym. Hey, how about we play a few of my records? Great. Another folk fest. Hey, this is good stuff. This is the music I grew up on. Let's turn up the volume and boogie. You can't boogie to banjo music. What's next, Dad? Canning our own fruit? A Typical Day by Nate Wright. After I get dressed, it is time for breakfast. Usually you just have cereal, but sometimes we have to eat something Dad makes. Come and get it! Breakfast is served. Good. On days like this, I always start wondering if it's too late for Mom to get custody. Nate, eat your waffles. Waffles? A Typical Day continued. Every morning I meet Francis and we walk to the bus stop. Most of the time, Francis is my best friend. He's sort of a weenie, but as best friends go, I guess I could do worse. Even if we weren't best friends, I would probably have to hang out with him anyway, because we're in all the same classes at school. Bonk. Hey! Gee, thanks for letting me read this. What are friends for? Look at the new skirt I just bought, Nate. What do you think, Nate? How do I look? Huh? How do I look? Nate, I'm waiting for your reaction. And I'm giving it to you. This note from your teacher says you've been goofing off in class. Don't believe her, Dad. After all, there's two sides to every story. What she calls goofing off could be a vital form of self-expression for me. Dad, this woman is trying to stifle my creative spirit. She's trying to break me. She says you're sticking pencils up your nose. And can you believe she didn't think it was funny? The bus is late, as usual. Boy, look at that flock of gossipy girls over there. Yuck. You said it. What were girls invented anyway? Someone's idea of a bad joke. Hey, that tall one, did she smile at me? In your dreams, pal, she was looking at me. Francis, you're not wearing your glasses. No kidding. Let me try 'em on. Can I try 'em on? Wow. Talk about Coke bottles. You are totally blind. Why do people always insist on doing this? Crash! Dad, I hate it when the cafeteria serves these international lunches. I like it. It's better than the junk they usually have. Some of them have been really good. Remember Italian Day and Mexican Day? Yeah, but Eskimo Day? White or dark blubber, boys? Art class. Let's paint, dang it, with Mr. Rosa. The best class at school is art with Mr. Rosa. It's fun because you can mess around in class and also there is no homework. Plus, I'm pretty good at art. Mr. Rosa thinks my drawings are awesome. Nate, this is excellent. Oh, it's nothing really. Nate, this is, different. Oh, it's nothing really. Check out the drawing I made, Mr. Rosa. Why, that's very nice, Nate. It really has a lot of, energy. Can you tell me what it is? I hate it when they ask that. Can I ask you a question, Mr. Rosa? Of course, Nate. Asking questions is how we learn new things. I'll be happy to tell you anything you want to know. How come you're just an art teacher? Couldn't you make a lot more money selling your artwork to museums and stuff? Man, testy. 6th grade social studies with Mrs. Godfrey. Know your state capitals, people. Mrs. Godfrey is always saying that students are geographically illiterate. We can't all be as great as her. I'm handing back your tests. They were very disappointing, people. Lately, she has been giving us surprise quizzes in class. Bogus. Today she asked me, what's the 3rd largest city in Brazil? Yeah, like I'll need to know this in 20 years. Can anyone help Nate out? Help him out, people. Alright, class. Hand in the notes you took this period. Poink. I have had it with you, Nate. I didn't even get a chance to read my fashion magazine before you defaced all the models. Look at this cover, Nate. You blacked out her teeth, gave her a beard, and drew her wearing a cowboy hat. Cowboy hat? That's not a cowboy hat. It's not? It's an anvil falling on her head. Man, great art is wasted on you. I don't like my signature. Then change it. That's what I did. I changed my signature so that it really says something about my personality. There. See how happy and vibrant I am? Look, Dad. I've changed my signature. The old Nate Wright has been replaced by a newer, better model. Check it out. What does that say about the new me? You've changed your name to Nubwax? I've changed my signature, Francis. See, here's the old model. Pretty dorky, eh? But here's the new version. Sleek, bold, a little artsy. What does a signature like that suggest to you? A chimp with a pencil. There was a brilliant and witty young prince. As princes go, he was the coolest. He was in the 6th grade at PS, Prince School number 38. Unfortunately, he lived in the same castle with his sister, the evil and hideous princess. Their father, the absent-minded king, ran the castle. The princess was always buttering up the king in a big way. Whenever there was an argument, the king took her side and punished the prince in the most bogus manner. "You are the best prince in the world." Flutter, flutter. "How's everything at home, Nate?" "Is this my lunch?" "Yes. Now hurry up or you'll miss the school bus." "Hold it. What's in here?" "An apple, some celery stalks, a few carrots." "What?" "Look, if you don't like it, then trade lunches." "With who? A gerbil?" "Dad, give me a break here." "Listen to this, Dad. Here's an article about a guy who's bald until doctors planted new hair in his head. Is that cool or what? They took hair from elsewhere on his body and transferred it to his scalp. That could work for you, Dad." "No, thank you." "Heck, we could shave your back and have enough for several heads." "I'm going to be a cartoonist, Dad. I've created my own cartoon character. His name's Dr. Cesspool. I'm going to draw comics about his wacky adventures in a hospital emergency room. See, here he is performing surgery. What's that he's holding? A chainsaw. In his spare time, he's a crazed killer. That explains the goalie mask. The Adventures of Dr. Cesspool, a comic by Nate Wright. Hi, Doc. What seems to be the problem?" "My head hurts." "Well, there's only one thing to do. Amputate!" Nya! Nice bedside manner. Isn't he great? What are you working on, Nate? Yet another masterpiece, Mr. Rosa. See, it's an axe fight between a bunch of ninjas and a squad of satanic marines. Awesome, eh? What's that in the background? A mushroom cloud. What else? I hoped perhaps it was a tree. A tree? Make me yawn. Egad, this test is brutal. I don't know a single answer. Wow, look at Nate. How does he do it? Why can't I be like him? Boy, am I gonna ace this test tomorrow. Seems I've heard that before. Yeah, but this time I tried a revolutionary approach. Threw your notebook into the arbor, eh? I studied. Now there's a novel idea. Go ahead, Dad. Quiz me. Ask me anything from chapter 4. Anything, you say? Anything. I'm invincible. I cannot be stumped. What island chain did Magellan discover in 1521? I hate education. Dreams. In school today, Mr. Rose said the dreams can tell a lot about a person. Here's a dream I have sometimes. I'm walking through a huge supermarket wearing a girl's bathing suit. Suddenly, somebody mistakes me for a box of frozen waffles and tries to pour syrup on my head. Yeah! Then I'm standing in the middle of a football field covered with rats. and some ladies playing a banjo is making me pick them up and shave them with an electric razor. Plunk plunk, buzz. What do you think it means, Dad? Years of therapy, most likely. Whoops! Sploosh! Nate, great job! Fantastic! Your artwork is really loosening up. You're becoming much more abstract and gestural. What a breakthrough! Are you still writing that stupid journal? It's not stupid. You're right. I should have said idiotic. Not as idiotic as the diary you keep in your closet. Whap! Did you read my diary, Nate? Did you? Ow, no, I was kidding. What did you read, Nate? Spill it. Nothing. Ouch, I swear it. Well, alright then. Gee, you almost tore my arms off. Of course, my arms aren't sinewy cords of love. You did read it. Come on out, Nate. Prepare to die. Nate read my diary, Daddy. All my most private thoughts and dreams. All my deepest, most intimate secrets. He read it all. Your history, you little mutant. You're toast. Deepest, most intimate secrets? Nate! As if you weren't already in enough trouble for reading my diary. Now you're doing it again? I figured that since you were going to kill me anyway, I might as well keep reading until I finish the good parts. Daddy! What does swarthy mean? I'm coming outside now. But first, let me make a brief announcement. I know you're out there, Nate. I know you're out there waiting to throw a snowball at me. Well, don't even think about it. Let me make it a little clearer for you, brat. If any snow even comes near me, I'm holding you responsible. Do you hear me, Nate? A whomph. Did you hear something? Nope. Nate Wright, world-famous paper-plane architect, strikes again. Fold, fold, sip? I have got to work on my aerodynamics. Ahem. Detention. I'm sitting here in Mrs. Godfrey's classroom. She's keeping me after school for throwing a paper airplane in class. Zing! By mistake, it hit her in the head, which made her look like a unicorn. Of course, right away she accused me because she hates my guts so much. Nate! Like, I'm sure I'm the first person who ever threw an airplane. You'd think she would be like airplanes since she's such a blimp. Haha. I totally cracked myself up. What's so funny, Nate? What are you drawing there? I will not throw paper airplanes in Mrs. Godfrey's class. I will not throw paper airplanes in Mrs. Godfrey's class. I will not throw paper airplanes in Mrs. Godfrey's class. I will not throw paper airplanes in Mrs. Godfrey's class. I will not throw stupid paper airplanes in Mrs. Godfrey's idiotic, useless, boring class. Staying from the format a bit, aren't we? My hand slipped. Hey, what happened to my social studies project? What project? My cake! I baked a cake in the shape of South America. It was right here. You ate it, didn't you, Nate? You ate my social studies project. What do you have to say for yourself? Brazil was tasty. Daddy! I can't believe you ate my social studies project. I said I was sorry. That's not going to replace my cake in the shape of South America. Will you forget that? I made you a new project. See? It's half a candy bar that I molded into a leaf map of Peru. There's lint all over it. Think of it as jungle foliage. Dad, where's my blue sweatshirt? That old thing? I threw it away. You what? That was my favorite sweatshirt. It was a rag. That's what it was. You have plenty of other shirts. That blue one was old, dirty, and full of holes. Those holes were strategically placed. That looks like a picture of your dad. It is, but there's something missing. Maybe I'll give him some hair. Hee. Let's give him lots of hair. Wow, a perm. A multicolored perm. It looks like a bird's nest. Quack, quack. Great idea. Hi, boys. I'd ask what that was all about, but I'm afraid they'd tell me. Bye, Daddy. I'm babysitting for the McCarthys. Honey, I need a favor. I've got a PTA meeting and I'll probably be late. I don't want to leave Nate at home alone. Will you take him babysitting with you? I hope these people have a well-stocked refrigerator. Buzz. Wow, nice bread. We're only here to babysit, Nate. We're guests. The McCarthys are my best customers. If you do anything to screw this up, you'll be wearing a toe tag. Don't break anything. Don't throw anything. Don't even touch anything. And stay out of the kitchen. No cheese doodles. Are these people savages? You call this babysitting? Where's the baby? He's asleep. So you get paid for watching TV and eating pretzels. What a racket. I wish someone would give me this job. Wah! You hide. Sure, now you wake up. What's the matter with him? Wah! He's just got some gas. Put him on your shoulder and pat him on the back, Nate. Maybe he'll burp. Wah! Belch. Wow, no wonder he was crying. That was me. Nate, what are you doing? We're just watching TV, Ellen. I'm introducing Junior here to the wonderful world of professional wrestling. Nate, he's just a baby. Hey, you're never too young to appreciate a good body slam. See how excited he is? Whoops, a little too excited. Way to go, Nate. I just changed him. 5, 6, 7. So where's my cut? Your cut? Hey, I helped you babysit that kid all night. I deserve part of the earnings. Oh, all right. Here. A quarter? I take it this is the first installment of a weekly payment plan. Zzz. Woof woof. Huh? Woof woof. Oh boy. 6 o'clock in the morning and some dumb dog decides to play alarm clock. Ruff. Woof woof. If people are going to have pets, they should at least be able to keep them quiet. Woof woof. Oh, brother, is this mod ever going to shut up? It sounds like it's in the next room. Woof woof. Will you get out of here? Bachelor Dad. Today in school we learned that 50% of marriages end in divorce. My dad is proof of that fact. Goodbye. Sound of door slamming. He and Mom split up 3 years ago. I think it was mostly her idea. Now she's married to somebody else. Meanwhile, Dad is a lonely bachelor. Welcome back to Love Connection. In the movies, guys his age are always walking around with mega babes. Dad's chances do not look good. He's over the hill and picking up speed. Aren't you glad I'm not one of those kids who know nothing about their parents' lives? Ecstatic. Do you think you'll ever get married again, Daddy? Sure, honey, if someone very special came along. But remember, marriage is the most serious commitment two people can make. I'm taking my time until I meet the one person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Until then, it's just the three of us. Yikes! Until then, can't you shack up with someone who can cook? My best friend Francis. School stinks, but fortunately my best friend Francis is in all my classes, which makes it less of a drag. We always make sure we are sitting next to each other in class, so then we can mess around and pass notes and stuff. Field goal! Flick! Dang! Also, I was originally assigned to share a locker with Sally Wilson, but I booted her out so my best friend Francis could move in. Did you notice I used the words best friend 3 times? For the last time, I'm not going to let you copy my math homework. Psst, Francis, is this class boring or what? This class is always boring. This is the most boring class of all time. Wham! That livened things up. Look, Mr. Rosa, I made a little clay bunny. Very nice, Nate. Why don't you fire it? Right, into the roaster with you, rabbit. No, stop. Yes, get in there. Please, stop it. You're killing me. Killed me. Get it? I get it. I get it. Francis, check out the chalk smudge on Godfrey's nose. She doesn't even know it's there. Nate, she's so clueless. Question, is it my imagination or is she looking even fatter than usual? Answer, it is not your imagination. She's totally poking out. She's spending too much time as the cafeteria monitor. How much time is left in the period? Too much. Exactly 17 minutes and 43 seconds. How many days until spring vacation? Only 10 school days. YES. 2/3 of the way through the school year. Wahaha. Passing notes? Us? Just move to the seat next to my desk, Nate. Mr. Wright, as I'm sure you're aware, Nate's a very bright boy. He could be an excellent student. But he shall, let's say, a short attention span. He seems more interested in filling his notebook with doodles than improving his grades. When he should be taking notes on class material, instead he's constantly drawing cartoons. Here's an example of his handiwork. I found it on his desk last week. Godfrey, back, you beasts! Whip, whip. What do you have to say for yourself, young man? Awesome! I thought I'd lost this one. Dating with Dad. Since he and Mom got divorced, Dad has only gone out on one date in 3 years. It was a blind date. Hi there. Bummer. It was not a good date. First, Dad slammed the lady's dress in the car door, then in the restaurant, he spilled food on her. Whoops, sorry. That's okay. What a dolt. On the way home, he drove into a snowbank and had to get towed out. He had spent all his money on dinner, so his date had to pay the truck driver who she ended up marrying later. When you get good material, Dad, this stuff practically writes itself. I think this painting of a man is your best work yet, Nate. Thanks, Mr. Rosa. I think this is the first project you've done that doesn't depict some kind of random, senseless violence. You're right. I'll paint him holding an axe. A bloody axe. Nate, have you ever spoken to the school counselor? Say, Mr. Rosa, have you ever had your own show? My own art show? Why, yes, No, your own TV show. Like my hero. Hero? Rusty Sienna. He has his own show on TV. Oil painting with Rusty. Rusty Sienna? Rusty's a real artist. He can crank out 2 or 3 paintings in half an hour. The Adventures of Dr. Cesspool. Comic by Nate Wright. Doctor, what are you doing? Performing a brain transplant, of course. Otherwise, this poor devil hasn't got a chance. But this man isn't even a patient. He's a janitor. No wonder he put up such a struggle. Oh well, next patient. Sorry to keep you waiting. That's okay, Doc. It's nice of you to leave this well of potato chips in your waiting room. Potato chips? Egad, my scab collection. If my art career doesn't work out, do you think I have a future in medicine? I think you may spend a lot of time in hospitals, yes. You're in luck, Mr. Rosa. I just finished the latest installment of Dr. Cesspool comics. Dr. Cesspool? He's my own comic creation. Here, take a look. Read Dr. Cesspool's zany adventures in a hospital emergency room as he tries to combine his dual loves in one exciting career. Dual loves? Medicine and lumberjacking. He's a real Renaissance man. Mr. Rosa didn't like my Dr. Cesspool comics, Dad. You didn't, eh? No, see this last panel where Dr. Cesspool is amputating this patient's hand? Yes. Mr. Rosa said that is too violent. Can you believe that? Perhaps Dr. Cesspool shouldn't be screaming Yahoo. The man loves his work. Is that a crime? Dad's gonna kill me when he sees my report card. That's why it's important to find just the right moment to show it to him. This is my chance. He's relaxing in his favorite chair, reading the paper. He's enjoying his leisure time. He's in a calm, happy mood. Now's the time. Seize the moment. That's my motto. Dad? Daddy, I got my report card. I made the honor roll. Look, 2 A's and 3 B's. That's wonderful, Ellen. Nate, where's your report card? Of course, I have to seize a moment that's taken already. Homework. As usual, Mrs. Godfrey assigned a ton of homework, which I didn't finish since I'm not the wicked brain you have to be to pass her class. Come on, people. Pass in those homeworks now. Of course, if I tell her that, she throws a hairy. But when she came around and asked for my homework, I had to say something. I left it in my locker. Well, suppose we go to your locker together and get it, hmm? That was when my day started going downhill. Dang. Well, Nate, you claim you left your homework in your locker. Open it up and give it to me. Interesting filing system. Gosh, it'll take me all day to sort through this. I guess I'll have to hand it in tomorrow. Well, Nate, if you're telling the truth, then somewhere in this pigsty's your homework. Start looking. And if you don't find it, you'll be serving detention for a week. Rustle, rustle, rustle. I don't suppose you'd care for an apple. The zany escapades of Ellen. Ellen is a bleached, blonde high school sophomore. Is 15. By a wacky coincidence, this is also IQ. Duh. I do not want to say Ellen is stupid, but she was kicked off the pom-pom squad because she couldn't spell the cheers. Haha. Give me a V. Give me an I. Give me a K. No, wait a sec. Yes, folks, it is hard to believe that a creature like Ellen comes from the same gene pool as a brilliant and witty future artist brother Nate. Dang, more acne. Draw. I'll kill him. Uh-oh. The zany escapades of Ellen? Who told you could make a comic strip about me? Who says it's about you? How many other high school sophomores named Ellen do you know? Hey, I'm sure there are thousands. Oh yeah? And how many of those thousands have a brilliant and witty future artist brother named Nate? Stop it. You're making me blush. Blush? I'm gonna make you bleed. I don't appreciate being ridiculed in your stupid comic strip, Nate. Get rid of it. Fine, I'll erase you. Goodbye, Ellen. Goodbye forever. La ta ti ti ta hum diddly dum. Erase. Say, this is even more fun than drawing you. Just do it. Buzz. Burp. Boy, Nate's been sitting there doing his schoolwork for hours. Maybe I'm a little too hard on him sometimes. Sure, he gets in trouble with his teachers now and then, but what kid doesn't? I'm sure he's doing the best he can. Look at how hard he's working. By golly, it's high time I acknowledged his efforts and gave him the credit he deserves. Heroes. My hero, Rusty Sienna, is a master artist. He has his own show on TV, Oil Painting with Rusty. It is wicked cool. Let's paint for gosh sakes. Yes! On each show, Rusty paints a masterpiece while giving useful secret art tips to the people watching at home. Rusty rules. Think of the brush as part of your hand. His paintings are so much better than the stuff you see hanging in museums. Some people still don't like him. Dad, for example, is clueless about how awesome Rusty is. But isn't that the same painting he did last week? Dad, get a pulse. Last week's painting had 2 mountains. Oil painting with Rusty again? Yep, my favorite show. I confess I don't understand why. Why? Because Rusty's a master. That's why. A master? Our dad even went to art school. Sure he did. See that frame on the wall behind him? That's his diploma. I've never seen a black velvet diploma before. I should say not. The Art Institute of P.O. Box 73 doesn't accept just anybody. I still say all this guy's paintings look alike. That's not true, Dad. You just don't know Rusty. He always adds something different to every painting. You know, for variety. That's what's make him such a genius. See what I'm doing here? Beside this reflecting pool, I'm painting a little bunny. My apologies to the master. Let's paint a lot of bunnies. I'm in a bunny mood. Vacation. Sports fans, it's the last day of school at PS38 before spring vacation. Super 6th grader Nate Wright is breezing right through it. Was a play-by-play man. Zow! Science class, math class, English. Nate whips through them with ease. He's closing in on the end of the day. Tick, tick, tick. There's only one class left before vacation. He's home free. Nothing can stop him now. Pop quiz, people. Leave your notebooks by the door. I shouldn't have to remind you people that spring vacation doesn't begin for another 55 minutes. Plenty of time for you to tell me everything you know about chapter 9 in your textbooks. I'm passing out your quizzes. There should be nothing on your desks except a number 2 pencil and bonk, 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 bonk. Anytime you're ready, Nate. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Boy, only Godfrey would spring a pop quiz on the last day of school before vacation. Yeah, but at least it was easy. I can't believe she took the questions directly from the textbook. All you had to do was read the chapter and you were practically guaranteed an A. I know I aced it. What a relief. Now I can enjoy my week off without worrying about my grade. Happy vacation, you geek! Oof. Look, up in the sky. What the heck is it? It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a blimp. It's Super Dad. Yes, Super Dad, with powers and abilities that make mere mortals go dang. Dang, voice of mere mortal. Super Dad, he can change the course of mighty rivers. Call the plumber. Super Dad, he can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Nate, I told you pick up these toys, gosh darn it. Super Dad, he can bend steel in his bare hands. Yikes. Yup. Yes, Super Dad, fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. Thank you, Nate. That's very nice. Super Dad, disguised as a bold, punchy divorce. I said thank you, Nate. Monday morning, and I can stay in bed. I have nothing to do. I love spring vacation. Up and at 'em, Nate. It's spring cleaning time. Let's go. It's already 6:30. We've got work to do. We're going to make this house spotless. Either this is a very bad dream or Dad's annual April Fool's joke is more warped than usual. Spring cleaning. I finally make it to spring vacation, and what happens? Dad decides we're going to do this mega house cleaning. Bogus. A clean house is a happy house. I'm like his cleaning slave. So far today I've vacuumed the whole house, cleaned the oven, scrubbed the tiles in the shower, and washed all the windows. Work. Now I'm sitting in my room trying to rest before Mr. Clean strikes again. I just heard his voice, so I guess he has something else for me to do. Nate! He probably wants me to polish his head. Hey, look what's in this trunk. My old baby pictures. Look, Dad. Now there's a good-looking baby. Was I the cutest little Dickens or what? That's your sister. I may be sick. Dad, look what I found while I was cleaning the attic. Your old disco suit. Were you the king of the discos, Dad? Okay, you can cut the sarcasm. It's probably hard for you to imagine, but I used to be a very good dancer. Oh, I can imagine it. Disco light, thumper thumper, disco beat, disco fever. Hey babe, what's your sign? Get lost. Do the hustle, do the hustle. Nice suit. Thanks, 100% polyester. Thumper thumper. I'll show the babe some real smooth disco moves. Rip. Ha 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 ha. I call this the adventures of Dad, the Disco Inferno. Back to work. Well, Dad, I hope you're happy. I hope you're feeling really good about yourself. My vacation is over, and all I did the whole time was slave away at this spring cleaning of yours. But that's okay, Dad, as long as you're happy. Of course I'm happy. I wanted the house to be clean, and now it is. Somewhere in my guilt trip technique, there's a basic flaw. There's nothing I like better than filling the tub with hot water, then soaking in a bubble bath while reading the newest issue of my favorite fashion magazine. Ah. Nate! I find a number 2 pencil works best for drawing armpit hair on all the models. We're supposed to get those math tests back today. I know, I'm doomed. If I only had some sort of idea that I paused. I need a sign. Slow, children. That wasn't it. Francis. Considering the fact that we are best friends, Francis and I are pretty different. For example, he's sort of a brain. He gets good grades in everything, and all the teachers practically want to adopt him. Very good, Francis. May I have extra homework, please? Sometimes I wonder how the two of us ever got to be friends in the first place. I've wondered the same thing. Francis, look! Francis! Boy, you were disgusting in Godfrey's class today. Me? What did I do? You are such a brown nose. The way you sit up in the front row, the way you raise your hand to volunteer for everything, it's pathetic. Maybe that's the reason I get A's and you get C's. Or should I say, maybe that's one reason. Francis. Woof. Teacher's pet. Let me pass those papers out for you, Mrs. Godfrey. Gosh, those are lovely shoes you're wearing. Can I clap those erasers, please? Please? You're giving me an A for this, right? Jealousy is an ugly thing. Jealousy? Yes, right, Francis. I wish I could be blackboard monitor. Hey, isn't that your sister over there? Yes, I guess it is. I think it would be fun to have an older sister. Occasionally he says something so stupid it boggles my mind. I'm telling you, Francis, having a big sister is the worst. Your sister seems nice. That shows you how much you know. She's impossible to live with. Watch, I'll show you. Hi, Nate. Hi, Francis. Hi, ugly. See, I have to put up with this all the time. Hold that pose. I've never had my portrait drawn before. See the fringe benefits of having an artistic genius in the family? There, that's the perfect position. Stay right there. Don't move. Okay. Boy, this is taking a long time. I'm getting uncomfortable. But Nate is so excited about doing this. I don't want to move and spoil it for him. Ouch, my back is killing me. I've got to move. Would it ruin his drawing if I... No, I've got to hang in there. But I can't. I've got to move, just for a second. Guess what, Mr. Rosa? I just joined the school newspaper. Great. Congratulations, Nate. Yup. My first assignment is to write an article about one of the teachers, and I chose you. Well, I'm flattered. But I'll warn you, it may not be very interesting. I lead a pretty quiet, uneventful existence. My life is meaningless, says frustrated artist. Now, where shall I begin? Notes for article on Mr. Rosa by Nate Wright. Was born in small town in Midwest. Did first crayon drawing at age 3. Got first paint set at age 6. First visit to art museum. Turning point in his life. In high school did first oil painting. Did drawings this school year. Then in my second year of college, I think my readers would enjoy a description of one of your paintings, Mr. Rosa. Fine, I have a slide here of my most recent work. I call this Agony Number 12. It's one of my most powerful statements of abstract expressionism. Cool. Is this one of those Find the Hidden Animals games? I love these things. There, in the upper left corner, I see a duck. Mr. Rosa, School Art Teacher by Nate Wright. Mr. Rosa, the 6th grade art teacher, has taught here at PS 38 for 9 years. He is also the faculty advisor of the school chess team. In his spare time, Mr. Rosa does his own paintings. He calls them abstract, which means that no one likes them. When asked if he has ever sold a painting, Mr. Rosa responded, no comment. Splash! Although Mr. Rosa is a bachelor, unnamed sources report that he has been seen down at the local Pizza Hut with Miss Burton, the school nurse. They may be an item. Next week, up close and personal with Mr. Jenkins, the school janitor. They don't call me Scoop for nothing. Hey, Dad, you're finally learning how to pack a real lunch instead of that rabbit food you usually give me. Wow, potato chips, a candy bar, and a Twinkie. This is great. Thanks, Dad. If he ever finds out that was my lunch, there'll be no living with him. Nate, where are you, little brat? You were using my scarf as a napkin, weren't you? Look, there's tomato sauce all over it. I guess you thought I wouldn't notice, Nate. What do I look like? A total idiot? Although the answer to that question is obvious, it might not be a good idea to respond at this point. 3, 2, 1. Ring! Ring! I got it! No, I got it! Ring! It's for me! No, it isn't! Lego! You Lego! Give me that phone! Ouch! Hey! Sock beef! Hello? Hello? They hung up! Imagine that. Boy, it's pouring out there. You never catch me out in that. Then how about an indoor activity? Maybe you and Ellen could do something. The two of you should do more brother-sister things together. You could play a game, or do a puzzle, or I'm singing in the rain. Wash the dishes, clean your room. All I ever do around this house is work. I think I'll run off into the mountains and become a hermit. Oh, you will you? How do you survive? What would you eat? You'd have to scrounge around in the forest for food. Actually, Dad, a heaping plate full of nuts and berries might look pretty good right about now. I heard you're sick. That's great. Thank you, Florence Nightingale. That means that while you're home from school today, you can watch my favorite soap opera, For the Love of Mike. Here, write down everything that happens. For the love of Mike? Mike is such a hunk. I hope he comes out of his coma soon. For the love of Mike? I'm home from school. Did you watch my soap opera? Yup. And did you write down everything that happened? Even better. Look. For the love of Mike, as interpreted by Nate Wright. Mike, recovered from his coma, visits Sandra at the dog grooming salon. Mike, you're alive. You're conscious. You're danged attractive. I know. Come to me, my little bunt cake. I embellished the dialogue a little bit. No kidding. For the love of Mike, as interpreted by Nate Wright. Mike and Sandra share a tender moment. Oh, Mike, how could I have been such a fool? Bonk. Heck, it just comes naturally to you, pumpkin. Kiss me, you big glut. Hey, wait a minute. That mole on your neck. That mole was never there before. You're not Sandra. You're her evil twin sister, Claudette. Sandra is Claudette? Are you sure? Well, I may have been hallucinating. After all, I am feverish. I'm home. What happened on For the Love of Mike today? Read for yourself. Dazed and confused about Sandra/Claudette, Mike drives through the rainy night. I'm dazed and confused. Dang, it's a rainy night. Suddenly, his brakes fail. He plunges over the cliff and explodes in a fiery ball of flame. Kaboom! No! Actually, that part never happened, but I love watching her reaction. I've never seen a patient fight for life like this, man, doctor. This is no ordinary man, nurse. This is Nate Wright. Now get me a fork. A fork? What are you going to do? I'm going to eat my lunch, nurse. Egad, you can't get good help nowadays. Being sick is the worst. Nate, Francis is here. Good old Francis, what a pal. He knows I've been sick, so he's dropping by to cheer me up. Now that's a best friend. This is making me feel better already. What a pal, what a buddy. I brought you your homework. I hate him. The Further Adventures of Dr. Cesspool by Nate Wright. Stand back, nurse. I'm about to replace every internal organ in this patient's body. Shh. Ploink. Sh, splurge. Zip. Whip. Wonk. Splat. Doink. Pinga pinga. Good sound effects are essential for us great cartoonists. I'm glad you have such fun drawing Dr. Cesspool, Nate. But does it have to be so violent? Violence. Violence. Why are you so obsessed with violence? Because I'm not old enough yet to be obsessed with sex. I think it was the yet that shook me up. We're here at the Mr. Universe 1991 competition, and Nate Wright is the man to beat. Dang, what power! What a physical specimen! Look, Nate is lifting the truck! That must be why they call it a pickup. Haha! Nate is a tower of strength. Nate is indestructible. Ouch! Paper cut. When do you think I'll start to get taller, Dad? Nate, what's your hurry? You're only 11. That's a great age. These are the best years of your life. Don't be in a rush to get bigger. Just enjoy yourself the way you are right now. Right now I'm upside down, Dad. Whoops, sorry. You didn't do your book report for Godfrey? You're doomed. Maybe she'll extend the deadline. As if, Nate. Godfrey never gives extensions. Maybe she'll be at sick. Godfrey? She hasn't missed a day all year. Maybe she'll forget to collect them. Maybe there'll be a fire drill. Earth to Nate. Earth to Nate. Return to planet reality. Space cadet. Maybe. It's the wrestling match of the century. Prepare to be body slammed. Iron Man Nate versus Feeble Francis. Oh, Nate has Francis in a wicked headlock. What a mismatch. It's no contest. He pins Francis to the mat. It's over. Thank you, crowd. Nate is the wrestling champion of the world. Who's the wrestling champion of the world? Okay, you are. There. How's that curve? That was a curve? There. Did that one curve? Straight as an arrow. Hi, Nate. Hi, Dad. Can't get your curveball to curve, eh? Nope. How about letting old Dad give it a try? Oh no. You go be the umpire, Nate. I'll show you how to throw a curve. Your dad's gonna throw one? In his dreams. Just humor him. Whomp! Wow! These are the moments a father lives for. Hi, Nate. How's school today? School, fine. You know, nothing special. It is just an average day, you know. Nothing big, nothing unusual happened. Ring! Don't answer that! Dad the disciplinarian. Dad can be pretty strict. He has rules, and if you break them, you are going to get it. You did what? You know, when I was your age, like today, I got in trouble at school and the teacher called Dad. So then Dad said, no TV for 2 weeks. Boing. When you have children of your own, blah blah, yak yak. Other times he will take away my allowance, or when he's really mad, ground me. Personally, I wish he would come up with some new punishments. How about sending me to bed without any supper? I've discovered an interesting fact, Dad. Since the beginning of the year, you suspended my TV privileges 6 times. Meanwhile, Ellen hasn't even been punished once. I ask you, is that a blatant show of favoritism or what? Au contraire. I don't know what that meant, but I know when to leave. Trip. Crash. When your TV privileges get suspended, you have to come up with alternative forms of entertainment. This suspension of my TV privileges means I'm missing my favorite show, oil painting with Rusty. So find a substitute. Read a book. A book? A book? What sort of book could possibly substitute for Rusty's masterpiece, Moonrise over Atlantis? I've learned not to answer questions like that. Man, when they handed out Art Appreciation, Dad, you were holding the door. Dad said no TV for 2 weeks, but I cannot miss my favorite show, oil painting with Rusty. Hello, friends. I'm Rusty Sienna. Let's paint for Pete's sake. I especially could not miss today's episode because Rusty was painting the most awesome masterpiece of all time. I have got to see this. Unfortunately, just as Rusty was almost done, Dad came in and found me in front of the TV. Nate, turn that off. Now, Nate. One more minute, Dad. Rusty's putting the finishing touches on Elvis's Hello. The end. Phew. Thank you, Francis. Very nice job on your oral report. You're next, Nate. Well, here we go again. Let's see how unprepared Nate is for this assignment. Every time it's the same thing. He just doesn't seem to take his studies seriously. But wait a minute. I'm jumping to conclusions. I'm not even giving him a chance. Maybe this time it will be different. Maybe this time the kid actually came prepared. As I stand here today, I'm reminded of a rather amusing story. Dad, look, I've come up with another brilliant cartoon idea. See, it's a comic strip starring me. I call it Nate the Great. It's the story of a young genius surrounded by a cast of mediocre people. You misspelled mediocre. I did? Yes, right, I did. Here, Ellen, take a look at my new comic strip, Nate is Great. You drew a comic strip about yourself? You're in it, too. Look. No, Ellen. The square pegs go in the square holes. Duh. Take this back. I don't want to be in your stupid strip. No problem. I'm killing you off in tomorrow's episode. I heard you drew a comic strip about yourself. Yep, it's called Nate is Great. Can I be in it? There's a lot of characters in it already, Francis. Oh, come on. Put me in it. Well, okay. You can be my dopey sidekick. Dopey sidekick? Give me some inspiration, Francis. Say something stupid. Nate is great. I wish people thought I was funny. You are, Francis, but looks aren't everything. Nick, Nick. I'm not going to stand here and be insulted. I'm leaving. Fine. Have a nice trip. Haha. Bonk. How come I have to be the nerdy one? Lighten up, Francis. Do you want me to make you a star or not? This book about Picasso that you loaned me is very interesting, Mr. Rosa. I've been reading about his blue period, his rose period, and his circus period. You're an artist, Mr. Rosa. What period are you in? Lunch. Only one waffle left. I'll take it. Nate, did it occur to you that there might be someone else at this table who'd like that waffle? No. The kid's honest. Norf norf chomp chomp. Eat sand, twerp. Aha. Kick kick. Hey! 6 months later. Pow! Not muscles. Hi, Francis. Nate, it came. What came? That muscle building kit we sent away for. Cool. Open it up. Look, there's a brochure. What does it say? Are you weak, thin, underdeveloped? Our 10-step program can change your life. Change your life. Wicked. No longer need your fear bullies. Your days as a 98-pound weakling are over. 98 pounds is my goal. I don't get it. Hey, Dad, did you read my latest installment of Dr. Cesspool comics? I couldn't put it down. Couldn't put it down? Wow. Nate, I really couldn't put it down. Well, I'll be darned. There's my gum. Here's Mr. Universe, world champion bodybuilder, pumping up for his next competition. Here's Mr. Universe flexing his massive biceps as the crowd goes wild. Move. Here's Mr. Universe breaking training by eating an entire bag of cheese doodles. Munch munch. I'm sitting in Godfrey's class and she's lecturing about world geography again. Excitement plus. Let's look at our map, shall we? People? Hello? People? This stuff is so boring and useless, it's unbelievable. Does she actually expect us to care? Notice how Italy is in the shape of a boot. As if there will ever be a time in my life when I will need to know this stuff. Yak, yak, yak. Nate, come show the class where Fiji is on the map, please. Poink! Well, Mr. Rosa, I've chosen a subject for my art report. I'm going to write a report about one of the greatest artists of all time. Great. Who is it? My Michelangelo? Rembrandt? Van Gogh? Rusty Sienna, star of oil painting with Rusty. I should have seen this coming. Who are those other guys you mentioned? I went to the library like you said, Mr. Rosa. I couldn't find a single book about Rusty Sienna. Really? Our library stinks. I've looked through every single book in the Old Master section. I'm not sure Rusty qualifies as an Old Master. Sure he does. The man's 40 if he's a day. Rusty Sienna, The Man and His Art by Nate Wright. Rusty Sienna, star of the TV show Oil Painting with Rusty, is one of the greatest artists of all time. If you need proof, just ask yourself, did Van Gogh have his own TV show? I think not. Born in Sandusky, Ohio, as Joe Smith, Rusty realized that he needed an artsy name before he was to become a master painter. Changed his name to Rory Umber, but it didn't work out. However, soon after he changed his name to Rusty Sienna, his career took off. Today, in addition to his TV show, Rusty's paintings of lakes, mountains, and unicorns appear in hotel lobbies, malls, and on the home shopping network. Like an auto accident, this is sickly compelling. And they say there are no more heroes. Hello again, sports fans. This is Nate Wright coming to you live from the Wright family kitchen. I'm broadcasting the breakfast of Ellen Wright. This should be exciting, folks. Leave me alone, brat. She pours milk on her cereal, and now she starts slamming it into her mouth like there's no tomorrow. Wow, look at her chew. What form, what technique, what gluttony. Tell me, Ellen, do you have anything to say to our listening audience? Yes, I do. Nate Wright is a moron. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? I said Nate Wright is a complete and total moron. He's a... Why are you talking into a spoon, Ellen? Now can we have it institutionalized? There goes Godfrey into the teacher's lounge. I wonder what goes on in there. Mrs. Godfrey, those cookies are for all of us teachers. Somebody stop her. Crunch, crunch, gorge, gorge. Behind the scenes in the teacher's lounge. Hey gang, here's a joke. What did the teacher say to the student? What? You fail. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. I don't get it. Of course you won't understand, Mr. Never Met an A plus I didn't like. Eat sand, twerp. Ha ha. Kick, kick. Hey! 6 months later. Pow! Not muscles. Hi, Francis. Nate, it came. What came? That muscle building kit we sent away for. Cool. Open it up. Look, there's a brochure. What does it say? Are you weak, thin, underdeveloped? A 10-step program can change your life. Change your life. Wicked. No longer need you fear bullies. Your days as a 98-pound weakling are over. 98 pounds is my goal. I don't get it. Sometimes it is cool to think about what I will do for a living someday. Of course I want to be a great artist, but anything could happen. 50 years from now, could be a movie star. 50 years from now, could be a famous writer. 50 years from now, I could be president. Mr. President! Mr. President! Click. 50 years from now, I could still be waiting for the bathroom. Hurry up! La la la, I'm so beautiful. Hey, hey! What happened to a locker? I cleaned it. Who said you could clean it? This locker belongs to both of us. Yeah, and you keep filling it up with junk. It's disgusting. Listen to the neat freak here. It wasn't that bad. It was... What's that smell? I had your side sprayed for roaches. Bills, bills, bills. Hey Dad, is that the mail? Yup. Did anyone send me any money? A simple no would have been sufficient. Biff! Biff! Come back to me, Biff! What's this? Pounding surf. Pounding surf. The thunderous tale of Tawny, a naive college co-ed, and a summer of forbidden love with Biff, a dashing lifeguard and poet. Will Tawny defy her parents' wishes that she marry Herb, a myopic cable TV installer? Will her love with Biff endure? The only answers are revealed only in the pounding surf. Oh, brother. You've read some trashy books in your time, Ellen, but this takes the cake. Do you actually take this stuff seriously? Do you actually care about these characters? Is your life so empty and pathetic that you have to resort to this for entertainment? That's not mine. Look, this bulletin says Mrs. Godfrey is going to be out all week. It says she's having minor surgery. Yeah, I heard she has an ingrown toenail. An ingrown toenail? That's just what they want us to think. I'm sure it's something much more interesting. Like what? Dr. Cesspool's plastic surgery hut. I want a new face, doctor. Mine keeps scaring my students. Hey, I can see why. You think Godfrey's having plastic surgery? Definitely. Read this. Dr. Cesspool's plastic surgery hut. I want a whole new face, doctor. A whole new identity. You've come to the right place. The first step is to get rid of the face you've got now. Nurse, my belt sander. Yes, doctor. Dr. Cesspool's plastic surgery hut. Step 1 of your plastic surgery is complete, Mrs. Godfrey. I've erased your face. Now for step 2. Like a great artist, I will create a masterpiece out of this blank canvas. Nurse, my crayons. Crayons? Let's pick out an eye color. Ooh, how about magenta? How do I look, doctor? Right now, kind of like Boris Karloff in The Mummy. But after we take off these bandages, we'll see how your new face looks. Well, nurse, call my lawyer. I hear Godfrey's back in school today. Aha! Now my plastic surgery theory will be proved right. When she walks by here, I'll bet she's a completely new face. No such luck. Not even a nose job? Bummer. Hey, I got an 83 on the math test and you only got an 81. I beat you. Yup, I guess you did. I beat you. I know. I beat you. Fortunately, this only happens once or twice a year. Nate swings. He connects. It's a long drive to left. It's going. It is gone. What a shot. Wicked. Hey, look what I found up in the attic. It's my old Little League baseball bat. Boy, there are a lot of memories in this baby. Yep, we went through a lot together, this bat and I. Here, Nate, I want you to have it. I hope it brings you as much joy as it brought me. What's this strange substance it's made out of? It's called wood. Wood? Whose bright idea was that? It'll break. Hey, what are you doing in my room? Who, me? I don't see anyone else I'd be talking to, do you? It never hurts to look. Looking at your old high school yearbook again, Dad? Yup. These old photographs are really bringing back some happy memories. Here's some action shots of me at the state math meet during my senior year. Action shots? When I graduated, they retired my slider rule. What a day! I'm going to the beach. Can I come? No, forget it, Nate. You're not coming. Do you think my friends will want to hang out with me if you're around? I see your point. Wow, Ellen never told us she had such a cool brother. Get lost, Ellen. We want to hang out with Nate. Ellen, go get us some hot dogs. That Mr. Rose is a riot. I asked him what he's going to do on his summer vacation, and he said work. And then I asked him why. He said because I can't survive on my teacher's salary. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. That Mr. Ross is a riot. Now what are you writing in that dumb book? A novel. It's a story for wacky Mother Superior who's also the pilot of a Boeing 747. She flies around the country doing good deeds. I call it none of the above. Nobody appreciates literary humor. What are you drawing, Nate? A comic strip. It's called Dinner with Dad. See, in this panel, you're cooking dinner. Then in this panel, we're eating dinner. And in this panel, you're giving me a big hug. Why, that's very sweet, Nate. I had no idea you were so sentimental. I'm not. That's the Heimlich maneuver. Father's Day. Ha! Today's just like any other day. I break my back and get no thanks for it. Am I appreciated? No. Am I acknowledged? No. Just a cook and a house cleaner. Dad? Here. To the best dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you. From Nate, your son. You're the greatest, Dad. See? I told you I could get him to take us out for pizza. Last day of school. After 179 days of torture, the last day of school is finally here. Awesome! This is one day I don't mind going to school because there are no tests or anything. Everybody just wants vacation to start. Today we don't even have to bring our books with us. But that does not mean we go to school empty-handed. Thank you gifts to all my teachers. What's in your bag? 2 dozen eggs and cherry bomb. I've been waiting all year to do this. I'm emptying out our locker. There's nothing as fun as throwing away schoolwork, I always say. Can't you feel it, Francis? Can't you feel all the tension of the school year disappearing into the air? For tension, it smells a lot like tuna fish. Aha! I wondered what happened to that sandwich. I wanted to wish you a happy summer, Mr. Rosa. Thank you, Nate. Same to you. I also wanted to let you know there's no hard feelings. Hard feelings? About what? Don't act innocent, Mr. Rosa. I understand why you didn't include my final project in the student artwork exhibit. Final project? Ah, yes. Doctor says Paul removes his own tonsils. Didn't want me showing up the less talented students, say? Okay, I finished signing your yearbook. I finished yours too, here. Nate, you're the best buddy a guy could have. Plus, you're an awesome artist. We're going to have a great summer. Your pal, Francis. Francis, you still owe me 35 cents for that Twinkie you stole from me in February. Are you going to pay up or what? Nate. Gee, how touching. Hey, I didn't charge you interest, did I? Did I? Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Ring! Yes! The first official day of summer vacation. This is great. Nothing to do but cruise around the mall. This is awesome. Yeah! Wow, 50% off. Someday we'll probably be working at this mall instead of just hanging around in it. Yuck, don't even think it. It's true, when we're older we'll probably have to get part-time jobs. Our parents will probably make us. They'll want us to save up for college or something. Or they'll tell us we're too old for an allowance. Or we'll need to earn money because of some girl we're dating. We probably won't have time to hang out to play ball or anything. We'll be working all the time. Man, it sounds awful. I know. I don't want any of that stuff to happen. Maybe I could live with that girl part. Ooh, there goes a cute one. A summer job? You? Yep, I'm going to work behind the counter at Dilly Burger. Ooh, are you sure you can handle the awesome responsibility? Shut up, Nate. There's a lot of responsibility. I'll have to train for a whole week. I'll be learning the business from seasoned professionals. Ellen, this is Bobo. Bobo's going to train you, aren't you, Bobo? Oh, Dilly Burger. Well, I'm off to my first day of work at Dilly Burger. Just think, today I'll wait on my first customer. What a moment that will be. Hi there, handsome. Welcome to Dilly Burger. My name's Ellen. I just lost my appetite. Hey, come back. Wow, this is exciting. My first day behind the counter at Dilly Burger. And there's the bell. I have a customer. My first customer. Bing! Welcome to Dilly Burger. How may I serve you? Oh no. How may I serve you? Whoa, that has a nice ring to it. Nate, what are you doing here? I came to watch you in action. You can't just stand here at the counter. You have to order something. Okay, I'll take a double dilly deluxe. That'll be $2.39. What? You're charging me for it? But I'm your brother. Thank you for the reminder. Dang, just when I thought being related to you was finally going to pay off. Okay, Nate, you've bugged me enough. I gave you your burger. Now get out of here. You'll get me in trouble if you just hang around. Hit the road. Get lost, scram. Scat, vamoose. Well, what are you waiting for? He didn't say, come again. Beat it! Ellen's job. Today I went down to Dilly Burger because it was Ellen's first day of working there. But did she give me any free food? I think not. Hey. What do you want? She has the easiest job I've ever seen. All she does is stand behind a counter all day. And they actually pay her for it. La 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 dum de dum. Hello, gorgeous. Slam! Can't believe I'm only getting minimum wage.